Peace, family. Bold Disciple here on behalf of Bold Crypto, coming to you once again with another informative video in regards to the crypto and metaverse space. First and foremost, let me let this disclaimer out. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. We are just kicking it. All right, guys, today's video, we're dealing with the weekend. It looks like crypto crashed this weekend. I'm getting a lot of messages in regards to, the dip. We experienced a serious dip. It looks like, it was a rough weekend for crypto. And I personally watched Bitcoin go from, take a 16% dip. It went from $52,000 to $43,000 in 30 minutes. I watched that. And, it sent a few red flags, but not many because, like I said, I've been in this space for a while now. I've seen all the ups and downs. And, I deal with other financial markets as well. So I understand that that's just the way it goes. But I know for a lot of people, this was, a big red flag for a lot of people. A lot of people are looking to, dump their crypto and so forth. But you have to understand this is how the market works. But, shortly after that, getting the messages, the emails and so forth, it rallied back up. It looked like Bitcoin rallied all the way back up from 43,000 to 49K. It's already back at 49K. It's going to be at 50 tomorrow. So I'm not worried about this stuff. Ethereum was at what, 3,400? Now it's back at 4,200. So, you got to understand the reasons for, for the dips and for the things that are happening. Okay, we have a few reasons. Okay, now the job reports are still negative in the country and certain parts of the world. The job reports are negative. Liquidation is crazy right now. That plays a huge factor in everything. And also, they're printing money to give out again. Stimuluses. You know why? Because they're now trying to prepare for I think it's the Omicron variant. The Omicron variant is really what's doing it. All right. Once that comes out, that throws markets into a tizzy. And what's happening now, since you have that, everybody's getting ready straight down. The first pandemic, the first coronavirus, the Delta variant, the Omicron variant, all these things, they make everything go down because people not going to work. People waiting for money to be printed. Country printing money it don't have. Liquidation. These things are driving forces on forcing the market down and forcing us back into a bear market. But I'm going to tell you something. The bear market is where the winners are made. Why? Because this is when the whales buy the dip. This is how it goes. This is when the whales buy the dip, guys. And the whales are buying the dip now. I was looking at a tweet from the CEO of El Salvador. He's really the president, but he calls himself the CEO because if you don't know already, Bitcoin is, the #1 legal tender in El Salvador, and they're now calling themselves a Bitcoin city, a smart city. So he put a tweet out that, hey, I missed the total bottom by 7 minutes. They bought 150 Bitcoins. They bought 150, I think at like 46,000. They missed the 43,000 dip by like 7 minutes. Probably could have had another couple Bitcoins. But nevertheless, the whales and the people in other countries and the big boys, they're buying. While the weak hands, people like you and me, who don't understand the market, they don't understand how these things work, they're selling their coins. They're getting rid of it. Not knowing the history of the market, not knowing how market flows, not knowing what drives markets, not knowing what, and some people think this thing is going to go to zero. Guys, Bitcoin is not going to zero. I'm here to tell you now, it's too much of an appreciating asset to go to zero. It's just not happening. It's almost at the gold standard. It's doing better than gold. Even with this dip. So Bitcoin is not going to zero. Bitcoin is not going to zero. Most cryptos are not going to zero. Ethereum is definitely not going to zero because it's too valuable. So you have to understand how this game is played. You have to do your research, guys. You have to do your due diligence. And if you're trading on this is the perfect time. This is when we make money. Okay, when we're analyzing the charts and seeing that, hey, it can only go up. Because, I mean, Bitcoin is too much of an appreciating asset to go to zero. And if any of you think it's going to zero, you don't need to be in this game because you don't understand. And it's okay. But the thing is, this game, you have to understand that there's a series of events that happen in market play that can play with your feelings and play with your emotions if you don't understand it. And you'll be ready to sell every time it goes down because you thinking it's going to go to zero. And then as soon as you sell it, that's when it goes back up. Because see, right now, with everything going on, once this thing clears up, you're looking at a parabolic spike, and Bitcoin could be at 100,000. And God forbid if they give out any stimulus money and you don't put any into Bitcoin or any of the cryptos, because, you know, we seen what happened once the vaccines and stuff came out. It went skyrocket. It went up when people started going back to work and people became more comfortable going back out in the world. Guys, it's predictable to a sense, but you have to learn how to hold. You have to have that mental fortitude and that mental stamina to hold your investments. And then if it goes up a little bit, there's nothing wrong with taking the profits off top. There's nothing wrong with that. Some of you guys are holding for a real return of interest. You're trying to see these coins have a 200%, 300%, 40, 50% gain. And that's okay. I mean, you know, whatever you're comfortable with. But what's not cool is spending money that you don't have and investing money that you don't have, investing your rent money, investing your car note money. That ain't cool. Okay? Because like I tell you all the time, crypto is not the lottery. This is a real financial sector. It's a real financial market made up of real coins, some not real, but most are, with real use cases that's going to go into the future, dealing with the metaverse, dealing with the future of money, and so forth. So remember, guys, that although crypto crashed yesterday, it really didn't bottom out that bad. You got the crypto maximalists and the crypto trading bulls saying that it could be the bottom. They don't know. But it already rallied up before they could speak on it. So just take a look at that, guys. Look how quick it rallied up. It went down quick, but it rallied right back up. Because like I told you before, Bitcoin is just too much of an appreciating asset to go to zero. So if you're thinking that Bitcoin is going to go to zero, you got to do a little more homework. And that's one of the better things you can do when it comes to your investments. Instead of just investing it because of the masses and, you know, Facebook and Instagram posts and memes, why not just get to know your investments a little better? Take a personal interest and read up on them. Or better yet, send me some information. Send me a DM or send me an email or send me a post, send me a comment. And tell me what coin you want to know about, and I'll make a video about it. All right? I'll make a video about it. I'll break it down to you. Not a problem at all. All right? But guys, please, know your investments, know the market, and don't panic, okay? Don't panic. Just do what you feel is right, okay? But understand this. Even though crypto had a crash yesterday, it's right back up. Right back up. All right, guys. Bold Disciple. I'm out. Thank you. Please like, share, subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe, please. Thank you. Have a good evening.